Hello again and welcome back to another one, and today we have a couple of topics to cover, from one that shows more that has come from the recent Tyler the Creator interview that sparked heated debates on social media so far. The same interview in which he revealed that he owes Eminem an apology, and this is wild because some more snippets have hit the web that shows Tyler the Creator pretty much using talking points straight out of Eminem's Claraseptic remix and Kamikaze album all the way from 2018. And to make matters worse, the hip-hop heads who gave Eminem stick for speaking about this on Kamikaze look to be in agreement with Tyler the Creator roughly 6 to 7 years later, and we will expand on this in a bit, as Tyler has now gotten into it with Akon's brother, Boo, because Tyler straight up called out a rapper signed under Akon's brother for cosplaying in hip-hop. And yes, we have a lot to unpack in this one today, and we'll expand on this in a bit. Today we also have more on the topic we covered recently when MGK and Post Malone were accused of being culture vultures. And if you recall, in that same report, MGK switched up the lyrics on Rap Devil during a recent performance where he also claimed that Eminem's not the greatest rapper alive. And boy, it looks like hip-hop is not the only genre that's got issues with, quote, vulture MGK. As in a recent interview, MGK was straight up called out for displaying more vulture tendencies in the pop-punk genre, as he was accused of stealing, which is quite hilarious, and we'll expand on this in a bit, as it has been a rough week for rappers and former rappers who have been accused of being vultures in hip-hop. And today we have more from 50 Cent, who recently reacted to reports about being on the verge of billionaire status due to some power moves he's made over the years in the TV space. And we got to hear from 50 Cent about his thoughts on being on the brink of billionaire status, and we'll get to this later. So starting with Tyler the Creator, who's beginning to sound like he just finally listened to Eminem's Kamikaze album in big 2024, Tyler is now triggering some hip-hop fans as more snippets from his recent interview went viral on social media. For instance, he said his sights on rapper Ian, who is managed by Akon's brother, that sparked split reactions. Check out the snippet from the Mavericks with Mav Carter podcast.
There's some kid right now, it's a white kid, regular Caucasian man, and he's like mocking Future and Gucci Mane like rap music, and like people are like, this shit hard. It's not even like satire, it's like I'm just joking, I'm just mocking it, but I'm like, no, you can't do. And I hold rap music so close to my heart because this shit changed my life and everyone's life around me, and I'm a nerd about this shit. This is like weird. And I'm looking at it, and something about it like don't even sit well with me in comparison to someone like Mac Miller or Eminem, who it didn't seem like they was mocking it. They had a genuine love for it, and they were still just being, you know, aside from when Eminem was wearing do-rags in like 2006.
And boy, this quickly went viral, as Tyler is now being called an old head. New old head just dropped, and they kept going off on Tyler. Ian hard. I'ma stand on that until he gives me a solid reason to say otherwise, lol. And while Tyler has now been branded as an old head, some have hit back with, he's right. The whole gimmick of, see, I make this hard 2000s-esque Gucci Mane type trap music, but I'm actually a rich and awkward white boy, is very weird, especially with the pattern artists like these have established with abandoning rap soon as they get their bag. Well, some didn't really have a choice. When you think about it, they got bullied out of the genre, but I can understand where this user is coming from. However, Akon's brother, who is reportedly Ian's manager, isn't gonna let this slide, as he took to IG to fire back at Tyler with this, yo, Tyler the Creator, I signed Ian and I'm from Atlanta. He sounds nothing like Gucci or Future, lol. It is called influenced, but I never thought I'd see the day where you become old and hate on the youth, lol. But oh, there's some more gold that came from the podcast, as Tyler the Creator went full kamikaze on new rappers today, where he expanded on how everyone is copying each other, everyone sounding the same, using the same slangs and more. Check out another snippet that went viral.
I don't want to seem like a hater. Sometimes I have hater energy because I just think I'm that good. I love this art form so much, bro. There's so many niggas out right now that aren't musicians that are getting treated like musicians because they make meme records. And publicly will be like, I don't give a fuck about music, I just just do this shit for money. When every publication is like, hell yeah, let's put that out. Man, a 15-year-old, 12-year-old, 20-year-old gonna see that and be like, man, shit, I don't really care about this shit too. This is a quick bag. Now you taking up space for niggas like me.
That
you
really
taking up
want to be
space for people who really care about this art form. And like, I don't like that. And these niggas can't perform.
Nobody.
All these niggas dress alike. You go to 2003. Jay didn't sound like T.I., who didn't sound like 50. Pharrell didn't sound like Dre, who ain't sound like Quick, who ain't sound like Ye or Just Blaze or Alchemist. Eminem didn't sound like Jill Scott. Jill Scott wasn't trying to sound like Julian from The Strokes. Everyone was themselves. Now, like, everyone is doing cosplay. It's a Spider-Man meme of like the next nigga. Everyone uses the same slang. You are from LA and you saying slime? Damn. We don't say that. It's crazy how the internet has made everything so like nothing is its own thing no more. And I think in like 3 years, like either everyone's just gonna be the same color. The next generation is just gonna go so left and wanna be themselves.
And in response to Tyler's rant, this blew up. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the Steve Harvey. And in response to this take, he's right though. Tyler's been blasted for being a hypocrite and more. Tyler and Odd Future's early career was built on meme records and trolling, lol. It took years for their music to match the quality of their antics. Old heads were seething at the amount of glowing press they got. Tyler might be a serious artist now, but let's not rewrite history. Now, personally, of course, I agree with Tyler. My surprise is that it took him this long to quote, listen to Kamikaze, since everything he's saying, Eminem already said in rap/hip-hop form years ago on that album. And boy, they kept piling on Tyler for this take on hip-hop today. When this dude was Ian's age, he was rapping about crawling in windows and I saw someone in the hip-hop space who was out here agreeing with Tyler's take, and I was shocked to the point that I had to double check, like I know that ain't who I think it is. So we had to ask to be sure, because along came Ebro with this in response to Tyler's comment about everyone cosplaying. Ebro reacted, Tyler spittin'. And of course, this was the only natural question to throw at Ebro. Didn't you hate on Eminem for saying the same exact thing on Kamikaze? I mean, Tyler isn't saying anything that Eminem didn't already say in 2018, and the hip-hop heads like Ebro agreeing today all panned Eminem for being bitter. Like, I'm not even trolling with that question. And whenever you see any of them agree with Tyler, please feel free to ask them that question. Perhaps you might have better luck and get an answer. And this is part of the reasons why Tyler's apology to Eminem in Big 2024 is just meh. Water under the bridge. Back in 2018, the narrative was that Eminem is salty when he was literally outselling all the younger rappers he was going at. But according to Ebro, in 2024, now Tyler is spitting. And don't get me wrong, of course I agree with Tyler. I just find it hypocritical coming from him though. 2 points can be correct at once. And moving on, before we get to MGK being called a quote vulture in the pop punk space, 50 Cent recently reacted to this headline. 50 Cent is on the brink of billionaire status, how he's building an empire for his son. And 50 Cent shared this with the caption, eyes emoji. I don't want this to make you think I don't need a discount. Flush face emoji because I want a discount. LOL. And 50 had more to add when he was asked about if he's in a hurry to become a billionaire. Like officially, check out a snippet from US Weekly.
I'm not sure I'm in a hurry to reach that because I've reached a point where I don't have anything that I want that I don't have. So I don't know what the rush is to get to that point is. You see what I'm saying? Like, look, I bought every car that I wanted to 2 or 3 times. Bought them, put them back. The newer versions came, put them back. You know what I mean? And that's just the success from 03, and it habits within lifestyle. If you're earning a decent amount of money, if you don't spend it, they're just gonna take it. When I said they, I mean the IRS. If there was a person that you could point to, you go, well, why did you change your mind and decide you want 58% of all my money? Like, what is going on? Like, and it will make you adjust where you decide to lay your head. Common sense would say if you don't need the things that are right there, they're gonna change where high net worth people are staying. They'll move to territories that are more fitting for their life and stability of them continuing to function on the level they're on, instead of staying in a place that is not offering you anything better or anything bigger. Financially, when you get to that point, you gotta figure out how to put it back. You gotta figure out what are you doing as a philanthropist. This is when you start building legacy. You start doing things that are a little more sophisticated, because people remember people who helped a lot more than people that just done. We can say you're a billionaire, so that, and then go, okay, what did he do? How did it benefit anyone else? How significant was him making it to that point if it doesn't affect others?
And this sparked reactions like, well said, what purpose does it serve to obtain that level of wealth? There's so much more to life. The evolution of 50 Cent has been dope to watch. And moving on, clearly it is not just people in the hip-hop space that view MGK as some vulture, as pop-punk artist Youngblood was recently on the Asborn's podcast, and boy, they went in on MGK for ripping off Youngblood's fashion. Check out a snippet.
Let's talk about, I'm going to change the subject a little bit.
I love it.
Do you feel like fashion and music go hand in hand? Because you have such a sense of style that has been ripped off.
Yeah. It's
by people before. Can I say who?
You can say who you want.
Fucking MGK.
Oh, fair.
He did. He took the whole pink thing from you.
Don't get me started on that one.
Fair.
Because the mothers had him up to here with his crap.
Well, we don't like him in our camp either.
No.
I feel like with style and with music, you can tell what's real and what's fake.
Yeah.
I think you can just kind of tell, like, if you look at my pink, this is my favorite pink, and that came from Jamie Reed, Sex Pistols pink. You know what I mean? Because I loved that. That was it, and that's why I wear this specific pink. You know what I mean?
And apparently, this has already been scrubbed from the podcast on YouTube, according to reports on Twitter, and some MGK fans are struggling to come to terms with Kells being accused of being a fashion vulture in pop punk. I'm so confused on what is so deep about this, like the pop punk MGK was fake or something, the color pink was stolen. I'm so confused, laughing my bum off. Well, to simply put it, they are saying MGK doesn't have an original bone in his body. Bro went from stealing the personas of gangsters to stealing pink color fashion and pop punk. I guess some things never change, even when the environment changes. And I'll be looking forward to your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.